Hi there, my name is Chris DeRay. I'm here from Manley Laboratories visiting Sweetwater Sound here in Indiana. I came here to do a sales training with their sales engineers here and so that they can be as well informed about our products as is humanly possible, which I think has been done, which is great. A bunch of very smart guys here. It's a pleasure to hang out with them. So I'm here today to talk to you about the Stereo Variable Mu limiter compressor. This is one of our most popular items. It's one of our best sellers. It's been around for a very, very long time, since really the early 90s. It's been in full production. This unit has become a fixture in mixing and mastering studios the whole world over. It is an all-tube limiter compressor unit. It's got two modes, so limit and compress here on each channel. The two channels are linkable right here via this switch. So you can use one channel as the master of the two channels if you're processing a stereo mix, like as a bus compressor. This unit, since it's all tube, it actually, there's a vacuum tube side chain in it that senses the peaks based on your threshold control where this is set, and uses another vacuum tube to actually change its gain. That's what variable mu means. Mu means gain in tube speak. So variable mu, variable gain. It's a compressor. That's what it does. It's changing gain. Because it's a vacuum tube, it does it very, very smoothly, very, very naturally. A vacuum tube is an inherently linear method of amplification. It's a very natural process. There's no digital processing, obviously. It's all vacuum tube, it's all analog. It's extremely warm. This unit is the glue. It's often described as the glue that holds your mix together at the very end of your mix. So, you know, a lot of people will mix something into a limiter and just use a compressor or a limiter to make things louder. With the variable mu, that's not what it does. I mean, sure, it makes things louder, but that's sort of a side effect of what it is you're really trying to do with it, which is bring a cohesiveness to all of the elements in your mix. Your bass, your drums, your vocals, your guitars. You want everything to gel, to sound final, to sound polished, to sound professional. And that is what this thing excels at, this box. And you can use a combination of this input control right here basically determines how hard you're driving the circuit inside the amplifier. Now, if you crank this dual input knob up like this, you're feeding the limiter much harder. And you can back off on your thresholds and, only do a little bit like this. But because you're pushing it harder, you're going to be saturating the sound. You're going to be gluing everything like that. So depending on how much character you want your compressor to impart on your signal, you can use that dual input knob to really thicken up your mix and just make it gel the way that you want it to. As with all of our equipment, the Variable Mu is hand-built in the United States of America. It's hand-built just outside of Los Angeles. We're very, very proud of that. Built in Chino, not China, as we like to say. And it's this unit has been selling really well for a really long time, and people love it the whole world over for what it does to their mixes. So whether you're a mixing engineer, mastering engineer, both, if you want to use it to track. Some people love it for tracking vocals, for tracking bass, piano, you name it. It's a compressor with personality and with vibe. And that's why we build it, and that's why people love it everywhere and have loved it for a long time. So if you have any questions, contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. They can fill you in on everything. Again, like I said, that's why I've been here to train them all so that they know what to talk to you about. And they're a very smart bunch of guys, and you should call them about this compressor.